All right, here we go. So, what's going on, you guys? So, again, Elite Performance podcast with Dr. Brad. Today, we're going to be talking about how to succeed in your business, how to succeed in your career without sacrificing your fitness, your family, and your faith. And to make this crystal clear on this live stream, for anybody who's paying attention, men and women, the message is for all of you. However, I specifically work with men. I was recently challenged by a good friend of mine who's been watching some of the live streams. He said, this is for women too. And I'm like, listen, yes, take the message and apply it, or share it with another man that you know. But I specifically, when it comes to when I actually get down and do the coaching, I work with men. But the message is for everyone. So again, how do we succeed in our business without sacrificing your fitness, your family, and your faith? So let me be crystal clear as we get started. And let me define elite, right? An elite man, an elite person. If you break down the spelling of the word elite, E-L-I-T-E, an elite man is someone who is an extraordinary leader impacting their environment. Let me say that one more time. An elite man is an extraordinary leader who is impacting their environment. Okay. And there is not a single man who does not want to be this elite man, right? Now, that's just the acronym, but if I give you the full-on description, an elite man is someone who is earning great income. They are experiencing great intimacy with those close to them. And when I say intimacy, I'm not just talking about physical intimacy. I'm talking about like actual connection with the people who are close to you, right? A connection, not just a physical thing, but a genuine, unconditional connection. So they're earning great income, they're experiencing intimacy in their relationships, and they are impacting their environment, right? They're in great shape, right? They're killing it in their health, their wealth, and their relationships. And there's not a single man who does not want to be elite. Now, mind you, I'm talking to you fellas who want to crush it in life. I'm not talking to people who just want to sit back and let life pass by. I'm talking for those people who have dreams, those dreams that are scary, those dreams that you're like, they seem so real and it's impacting the world. And you have a vision for your life that is extraordinary, right? Those visions that seem so crystal clear, sometimes seem far away, but they get you excited. I'm talking to the people who out here getting it, who want to get it, who really want to make something happen. I'm talking to the high achieving man. This is what this podcast is for. And when I say not just this episode, this is what this podcast is for. Okay. So, we want to be this elite man, this person who has power, the power to be able to change your circumstances, right? To be in control, to be accomplished, to have significance on your environment and the people around you, to be a person of integrity, to be consistent, and to show up at a high level in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, for life to have meaning and purpose. This is who we desire to be. However, here is the challenge, is that we are not living up to the potential that we have, and that desire that we have, and that vision that we see for ourselves. We're not living it. We're not on the path. Success is coming at a cost. Our success in our career, our success in our business, our drive is coming at the cost of our fitness. It's coming at the cost of our family life. It's coming at the cost of our faith. Okay? And ultimately, because of that, we're not fulfilling our potential. In our health, we're not optimizing our health. We feel sluggish. We feel feel even a little like we feel out of control because we're not honoring the things that we said we would do. We're not honoring the men that we said that we would be. In our family, we're neglecting our family. Our family almost feels like a burden because it's like we don't have time. We're trying to decide, should I spend time with my family or should I work? And oftentimes they get neglected. We got no time. We have no connection. We feel torn between our family and our finances, our family and our business. It gets to the point to where we feel defeated. We're compromising our faith, compromising our integrity in multiple areas of our life. Feel defeated, sometimes hopeless. Ultimately, we feel like a failure because it's like, am I ever going to fulfill my potential? Now, you see, I'm all too familiar with this because when it comes to being a man going from where they are now, frustrated, to fulfilling their full potential, there's one problem. There is one issue. It comes down to one word. One word why we're not where we desire to be and probably consistently continue to hit a wall. One word. And that word that we are challenged with, that we are stumbling on every single time is consistency. It's consistency. We end up becoming inconsistent. And I want you to think about this. If you are consistent, then you will be healthy. If you consistently do the things that you need to do in your health, if you consistently work out, then the fitness isn't an issue. If you consistently do the things that connect with the wife, that connect with the kids, if you do it consistently, then the relationships aren't an issue. If you do the things that you have to do for your business consistently, then the business isn't an issue. So our number one thing that challenges us from being this elite man that I defined is consistency. It's not time. It's not anything else. It's consistency. If you can be consistent, then it is the answer. But here's the challenge. None of us have never really learned the formula, the real true formula for consistency. None of us ever really learned it. Because you see, for most of us, our current belief is this: if I could just work harder, because we're high achieving men, work harder, then I'll become consistent, right? If I could just dig in, if I could just put in more reps, then it'll solve everything else. Eventually I'll become consistent. See, we know how to work hard, but I don't know, maybe you feel what I'm talking about. It's like you work hard, but you're like, why am I not getting anywhere? I feel like I'm working harder, but I'm spinning my wheels. I'm not getting in shape. My relationship isn't moving. My business might be successful, but it's the one thing that's the most successful than other things in my life, but it's not being optimized, or that potential in that area of my life in terms of my business or career isn't to the level that I know it could be. I might be a little better than my friends and those around me, enough to say I got a little something, but not to the level of what I know I could be or what I could do. Okay? And so we try to just work harder, but still fall off the wagon. I know what that feels like, to feel inconsistent, to feel frustrated, to be like, man, I'm working harder, but it's not working. Right? And so that's my story. It's exactly what happened to me. Right? High achieving guy, high achieving physician, wanting to go and take over the world, man. Doctor, sports medicine doctor, home-based business owner, right? Got all these titles out here working hard, succeeding in what I do in my career and my business. And it's coming at a cost. It's coming at the sacrifice and the neglect of my family, my fitness, my faith. Check this out. I'm outwardly successful, but I'm secretly stuck. And I'm feeling like I'm not fulfilling my potential. I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling unfulfilled, right? Like working with all of this energy and unfulfilled, trying to figure out, is this it? Is this all I've been working toward? To be like hardworking but unfulfilled, feeling defeated, feeling hopeless, feeling uh like is this thing ever going to turn around? Feeling like life is lacking meaning, right? Feeling hopeless, like am I ever going to change? Like this vision I have of this person I desire to be and the impact that I desire to have on the world, is this ever going to come to be? But check this out. Once I understood the real formula for consistency, see, because the real formula for consistency isn't just working harder on your behaviors. It wasn't until I understood this real formula for consistency did life begin to change. Did the health begin to become consistent? Did the consistency come in the wealth? Did the consistency come in the work? The consistency became relationships for the better and began to go from mediocrity to elite. And that formula is this. It is not just work harder on your behaviors. The formula for consistency is the beliefs, matching the right beliefs plus the right behaviors will lead to being consistent, will lead to being to having results in your income, having results in the intimacy, having results in the influence on the relationships on those around you, having the impact that you desire to have. It is connecting the mindset with the methods that actually create consistency. So it wasn't until I figured this out that it wasn't that I was working hard, like I was lacking work in the behaviors. I wasn't lacking work there. I was putting in the behaviors. I was lacking work on the beliefs. I was lacking work on the mindset that matches with the methods. I was lacking in the work of the belief that need to match up with the behaviors to create consistency. So it wasn't until I matched the beliefs with the behaviors, the mindset with the methods, the attitudes with the actions, that it turned into consistency. And so as I began to understand this and start working on my mindset, it was the missing piece, which therefore led to consistency, which therefore led to results, which therefore led to the path of becoming the elite man. And as a result of that, my relationship with my wife turned into something that I didn't know our marriage could have. And we've been together since, high school sweethearts. We got plenty of reason and years to be tired of one another. You feel what I'm saying? But we were able to grow my contribution to that relationship as a husband, right? Because we have a responsibility in that relationship, was able to grow into something where we had greater intimacy, right? And again, I ain't just talking physical. Yeah, the physical is there, but what I'm saying is that connecting in a relationship where it don't feel like just roommates, right? The consistency in the business, the consistency in my practice, the clarity in my practice to grow my practice, right? The ability to launch a podcast, the ability to launch a completely different company in terms of being able to coach men, to be able to write a Amazon best-selling book amongst all of this stuff happening, right? And to be able to have a relationship with my kids that I had yet to have up to this point. I'm talking life change, real life change that has results, fellas. It wasn't until I was able to match the mindset, the missing mindset, with the methods that I was working on, that they become consistent and therefore led to results in terms of being that elite man that I had started, that I dreamed about being on that path. Now, here's the challenge. At the time, I'm looking around like I'm trying to figure this out, like trial and error. Like I'm trying to figure out how can I get better in this area of my life? And here's what I figured out: like nothing existed. Nothing existed for high achieving men, because we have our own set of issues. We have our own set of issues when it comes to business, right? We have our own set of issues when it comes to our health, when it comes to our wealth, when it comes to our relationships, right? We're not just average. So I was like, there was nothing that I could see in the marketplace that was specific for high achieving men, that was faith-based, right? That hit on all the things, that hit on business growth, that hit on body transformation, that hit on being able to bond with my, with my wife and children. There was nothing out there that was based in the ability to combine the mindset with the methods together, that was grounded in biblically based principles to help me grow. And so it was kind of through trial and error that I just started learning some things that I learned, in my faith, learning things that I learned in the self-help world. I tried to find something at church, and it was good, but it lacked the business, right? And it lacked the accountability. It lacked the consistency. It lacked the vigor, right? And then you got the self-help world, right? Like you can go to conferences and books and stuff, but that lacked the faith, right? It lacked the faith, and it really lacked the authenticity. So there was nothing I saw that had something I was like that I could really sink my teeth in and trust that if I just followed this path, that I would be able to succeed in my business without neglecting my fitness, my family, my faith. So as a result of that, you guys, this is how I developed this elite performance blueprint. It's been trial and error on like what works for me. I've been my own experiment, right? And I can tell you based on what I've tried in my own life that this works. And the elite performance blueprint is a 5-step method specifically for high achieving men to become consistent, which is the key, and therefore succeed in their business without sacrificing their fitness, their family, and their faith. The elite performance blueprint. And check this out. By combining the mindset with the methods, by combining the right beliefs with the right behaviors, it is the key to consistency and becoming the elite man that you desire to be. And it is now attainable through the elite performance blueprint. It now exists. We now have something that we can put our teeth into, right? That we can look at and say, if I can follow this path, right? If I'm this high achieving guy going out here getting it, but sometimes I get it at the sacrifice of things that I know really matter. If I can follow this blueprint, I'll be good. If I can follow this 5-step method. So here's the 5 steps. I'm going to break down the 5 steps here. Okay. First step in this 5-step method is clarity. We have to get clarity. We have to get clear on what we want. So oftentimes we're just not clear on what we want. So therefore we can't say no to what we don't want because we're not clear on what we do want. We got to get clear on what we want in our health. We got to get clear on what we want in our health. We got to get clear on how we want our relationships to be. So first step is clarity. We got to get crystal clear on that thing. We got to get clear on the destination. Because let me tell you something. Clarity of your destination is far more important than the course to get there. So we got to get clear on what that looks like. Second is we got to work on our calendar, right? So many of us, we say we don't have time, right? But we got to get good at being able to optimize our time. We all know that there's people who are able to do so much with the 24 hours that they have in their day relative to others, okay? So we got to work on the calendar. Getting our time, reclaiming our time, redeeming our time back, and being able to see what's important, what we got to eliminate, what we got to delegate, right? And what we need to continue to do that actually move us toward our goals. So we work on a calendar to be able to get our time back. There are processes to be able to do that. Third step, and this is huge. Third step is contentment. This is the ability to be fulfilled before the success happens. For many of us, we rely on the success to be the thing that fulfills us. But here is what I know, and research has proven this, is that fulfillment is actually a precursor to success, not a byproduct of success. So many of us are driven by emotions. Check this out. we pursue things, we pursue relationships, pursue revenue, really not to get the thing, but to get the emotion that we get from the thing, right? Hey, I'm pursuing this goal. I'm pursuing making 7 figures. I'm pursuing this thing so I can feel important, so I can feel validated, so I can feel fulfilled. But what if you could be fulfilled before you ever achieve the thing, right? What most of us don't understand is that once you become fulfilled before you get the thing, you can get the thing much easier, and you ain't got to depend on the thing to be fulfilled. Now you can be fulfilled, and it helps you get the thing. Okay. 4th step, capacity. Capacity means mindset. How can we expand our capacity and ability to be able to succeed? We have self-limiting beliefs that are stopping us from being the men that we have been originally designed to be. And so once we can identify with who that is and actually receive what is already there and in us to be able to succeed, and when I say receive it, it's because it's already been given. But see, when we hold on to the self-limiting beliefs, you get an opportunity to keep those and the results that those self-limiting beliefs give you. So we got to let go of that. And then now we can receive who it is that we've been this entire time. See, most of us, we feel like we are trying to be someone that we're not. We're trying to reach to and run towards this man that we're not. And what I'm telling you is that no, that's not the case. You actually already are the person that you're trying to be. We just got to shed all of the stuff off of you to get to that person. You already are that person. Okay. But we got to develop the mindset and the capacity to be able to receive what it is that is already there for us to be able to fulfill our destiny. And then last but not least, we got to get a course of action to be consistent. We got to understand the principles. We got to get a plan together, right? We have to get an actual plan. Life has to become structured, right? We got to organize our life so that we don't feel stressed and overwhelmed. Let me tell you something. And when you do this, there is a freedom that happens. See, for so many of us, we feel like we don't have control. Like our decisions, we almost feel like we're just not in control of our lives. Like our circumstances have far more control over us than we do our circumstances. But I want you to think about what it would feel like to have the power to actually change your circumstances, to be in control, right? So those are the 5 steps. It's clarity, calendar, contentment, and having a course of action. This is the 5-step elite performance blueprint for high achieving men to be able to become consistent and succeed in their business without sacrificing the fitness, the family, and the faith. Okay. Now, along the way, here is something huge that I ended up recognizing is that there are 3 principles that I understood that whenever I could bring these 3 factors, these 3 principles together in any area of my life. If I applied these 3 things together in any area, it could be in my health, in my wealth, in my relationships, that area, my growth happened accelerated. I began to have results that were accelerated, right? And I don't know about you, but I'm in that area of my life where I want things to accelerate. Like I'm not down for just walking, right? Like if I have the opportunity to take a plane, I want to take a plane there. I want to just drive. I want to take a plane. I want to accelerate results. And anytime I applied these 3 things together, it accelerated my results in any area of my life. And those 3 things, when applied together, what I noticed along my path of trial and error, of understanding and getting this blueprint together, was that anytime I had a curriculum, this is a structured path to walk down. If I have a structured path to walk down in my fitness, if I had a structured path to walk down in my business, and have a structured path of what I need to do in my relationships, a curriculum, it helped. But it couldn't just be the curriculum. I also had to have some coaching. When I had somebody who actually I can journey with, somebody that I can follow, who says, listen, I've been down this path before. I can help you get down this path faster. right? So now I got somebody who I've got a curriculum, I've got the path. Now I've got somebody who's saying, hey, I've been down the path. Come with me, follow me. Whenever I've had a fitness coach, whenever I've had a business coach, whenever I've had a relationship counselor, guess what? Things move faster because they've been along the path. And then the third thing is community. Whenever I've had people to join me with along that path, anytime I stumble or need encouragement or need support. And anytime I've only had one but not the other, never it worked, but it didn't work as much. But anytime all three came together, results accelerated. And so here's what I have to tell you. We've talked about the blueprint. Coming soon, there's going to be all three. Going to be creating a premium online. I want you to think about this, a premium online place where high achieving men can come, have the right community, have the coaching, and have the curriculum, which is the Elite Performance Blueprint, to follow to be able to be elite men that we talked about, to be the person that's crushing in the health, wealth, and relationships, that's getting the income, the intimacy, and having the impact that they desire to have in the world, to be powerful, right? To have self-control, to be able to influence the world around them. Coming soon, right? And so here's what I want you to do. If you haven't yet, I want you to subscribe to the podcast, and I need you to share this episode with someone else. I need you to share this episode with someone else who says, like, yo, like, I'm looking to make some big things happen. I'm really looking to make some big things happen. And I finally have the message. I finally have the marching orders, right? I finally have the men in my life, or at least the man. Let me help you with this podcast to help you walk along the path. Like I said, soon we got some things coming for you that you'll be able to plug into. All right. But I want to leave you with this. I want you to imagine, I want you to imagine how it would feel to have the feeling of knowing that you are on the right path, right? To have the feeling of being able to, instead of your circumstances overpowering you, to have the feeling of having the power to overcome your circumstances. I want you to imagine what it would feel like to have renewed connection with your spouse, with those who are around you, right? To have the feeling of significance, to have impact on the world around you, and importance in life has meaning again. I want you to think about what it would feel like to be the elite man that you have always desired to be, and be consistent so that you can show up not only successful in your business and in your career, but crush it in your fitness, crush it in your family life, and all being led by and anchored by a powerful faith. And I'm here to tell you it's possible. It's possible. And I'm here for you, fellas. So listen, you guys have a blessed evening. I can't wait to continue to share more with you when it comes to this blueprint, this 5-step method, and everything that we're going to be creating around it to be able to help you be the absolute best man that you can possibly be. Hope you guys have a blessed evening, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.